Hello students, today we discuss about most important MCQ of income tax. We must cover capital gain, house property, Form 16, surcharge and education cess, advance tax. Then also we discuss rebate under the section 87A. Okay. First question, which of the following is correct? Option A, long-term capital loss can be set off from long-term capital gain only. Then option B, short-term capital loss can be set off from short-term capital gain only. Option C, loss of business can be set off from salary income. Then option D, loss of speculation business can be set off from income from normal business. Long-term capital loss. Okay, long-term capital loss can only be set off against long-term capital gain. Okay, it can be set off only against on sale of any other long-term capital asset. It cannot be set off against short-term capital gain. Then short-term capital loss. For the purpose of set off of short-term capital loss, both long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain are available. Loss of business or profession. Okay, it can set off against all income head other than salary. Okay, other than salary. That means loss from business cannot be set off against salary income. Then loss of speculation business. Any speculative loss is to be set off only against profit of speculative business. Okay, only against profit of speculative business. Loss can be carried forward up to 4 succeeding years. Here first one, long-term capital loss can be set off from long-term capital gain only. Yes, okay, it's true. Then second one, short-term capital loss can be set off from short-term capital gain only. It's wrong because the short-term capital loss can be set off from both long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain. Okay. The next one, loss of business can be set off from salary income. It's wrong because loss of business can be set off from other than salary income. Okay, it can be set off all 5 heads other than salary income. Then last one, loss of speculation business can be set off from income from normal business. Again, it's wrong because any speculative loss is to be set off only against profit of speculative business. Okay, so here option A is the correct answer. Long-term capital loss can be set off from long-term capital gain only. Okay. Next question. Following are the information for a house property. Municipal value 60,000, fair rental value 65,000, then standard rent is fixed at rupees 62,000. Then the house is let out on a monthly rent of 5,400. Okay, what is the gross value of the house property? Option 1 62,000, option 2 60,000, option 3 64,800, then option 4 66,000. Okay, here we calculate gross annual value. Okay, this is a format of determination of income from house property. Okay, first one, gross annual value. Okay, gross annual value equal to expected rent or actual rent, whichever is higher. That is gross annual value. Okay, gross annual value we have to calculate when comparing expected rent or actual rent, whichever is higher. From the gross annual value less municipal tax, okay, we get net annual value. Okay, then from the annual value less deduction under the section 24. Okay, standard deduction 30% is very important. Please note standard deduction 30%. Okay, then also interest on borrowed capital. Okay, finally we get income from house property. In this question asked gross annual value. Okay, so here gross annual value equal to expected rent or actual rent, whichever is higher. So what is expected rent? calculation of expected rent is fair rental value or municipal value, whichever is higher. Okay, that amount is combined with standard rent. Okay, that amount combined with the standard rent, whichever is lower. Okay, that is expected rent. Here, fair rental value 65,000, municipal value 60,000. So, whichever is higher, 65,000. Okay, that amount combined with the standard rent. Standard rent equal to 62,000. Okay, so 65,000 or 62,000, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower, 62,000. Okay, so expected rent equal to 62,000. Okay, so gross annual value equal to expected rent or actual rent, whichever is higher. Here expected rent equal to 62,000. What is actual rent? Actual rent equal to, here the house is let out on a monthly rent, on rupees 5,400. So actual rent equal to 5,400 into 12 equal to 64,800. Okay, so gross annual value equal to or expected rent 62,000 or actual rent 64,800, whichever is higher. Okay, whichever is higher, 64,800. Okay, so gross annual value equal to 64,800. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. Form 16 is issued by the employer. Option A annually, option B quarterly, option C half yearly, option D monthly. Okay. Form 16. Each year an employer issue Form 16 certificate annually to the employee. Okay, this is a certificate under the section of 203 of the Income Tax Act that provide details about the tax amount that has been deducted by your employer is called TDS. Then May 31st is the last date for an employer to issue Form 16 certificate to an employee. Then it has detailed information about the manner of calculating the income as per the income tax law and tax payable. Okay. Then if TDS not deducted, not mandatory to issue Form 16 to employee. Then if you are self-employed, you cannot require to issue Form 16. Then importance of Form 16. First one, it helps in income tax return. Okay, Form 16 is a source of document during filing of income tax return. It involves a detail of income deduction, tax calculated, and TDS deduction as per income tax rule. Then it is a document for claiming tax credit. Okay, it serves as an important document for claiming credit of tax deducted by employer. Then it is to provide income proof. Okay, Form 16 can also be useful if you apply for home loans. There are some bank ask Form 16 for income proof. Okay, so it is an authenticated certificate for income proof. Okay, so Form 16 is issued by the employer annually to the employee. Okay, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Rate of surcharge applicable on domestic company where total income exceed 1 crore but not exceed 10 crore rupees. Okay, option A 12%, option B 7%, option C 2%, option D 5%. Surcharge is an additional charge. Okay, it is a tax on tax. It is levied on the tax payable, not on the income generated. Okay, this is a table for the surcharge rate. Question mentioned domestic company. If the income exceed 1 crore but does not exceed 10 crore, okay, surcharge rate is 7% of income tax. Okay, so here option B is the correct answer. Okay, for domestic company where the total income exceed 1 crore but not exceeding 10 crore rupees. Okay, option B is the correct answer, 7%. Next question, for the assessment 2019 to 20, health and education cess levied at the rate of exceed 1%, 2%, 3% and 4%. At present, the government charge 4% health and education cess on the direct income tax liability of individual. Okay, so option D is the correct answer, 4%. Next one, the scheme of advance tax is commonly known as option A, pay as much as you can, option B, earn more, pay more, option C, pay as you earn, option D, a step towards national building. Advance tax. It is a form of income tax that is payable when tax liability is more than rupees 10,000. By implementing advance tax payment, the government collects income tax throughout the year in installment basis rather than in one payment at the end of the year. This scheme of advance payment of tax is also called pay as you earn income. Okay, pay as you earn income. For senior citizen who are 60 years or older and do not run a business are exempted from advance tax. So, who should pay advance tax? Any person in India whose estimated tax liability is more than rupees 10,000 in a financial year after deducting TDS must pay income tax in advance. Okay. So the scheme of advance tax is commonly known as pay as you earn. Option C is the correct answer. The last question, maximum tax rebate under the section 87A is applicable for financial year 2019 to 20. Option A 2500, option B 12,500, option C 7,500, option D 5,000. Rebate under the section of 87A for financial year 2019 to 20 and assessment year 20 to 21, total income is equal to or less than 5 lakh. Rebate is limited to rupees 12,500. Then for financial year 2018 to 19, assessment year 19 to 20, total income is equal to or less than 3,50,000. Rebate is limited to rupees 2,500. Conditions for tax rebate. Section 87A is not applicable to non-resident Indians. It is applicable only to Indian residents. Then the total income after deducting deductions under the section 80C to 80U is equal or less than rupees 5 lakh. So here section 87A is applicable for financial year 2019 to 20. Okay, financial year 2019 to 20, rebate is limited to rupees 12,500. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. 12,500 is applicable for financial year 2019 to 20. Okay, thank you.